Welcome to today's first full session.
So the full legislative semester as a class is a constructivist idea of how to create better understanding for social studies, and in particular the legislative process, gaining greater political advocacy, understanding what is supposed to happen, or how bills are created, and giving kids the opportunity to draft their own bills, build their own understanding of the legislative process.
All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. And all those opposed, please say nay. Seeing the ayes have it, the motion has passed. The full legislative session has now begun.
With the full session, what happened was the kids, there's 9 sections of U.S. government politics, and students had written their bills in their bill groups. They'd taken them to committee hearing day, which was in mid-April. And at committee hearing day, they actually worked on amending the bills, passing certain bills, failing others. And just like in the actual Congress, bills are sent to committee. And of the bills that made it on, then bills were picked to go on to the full session of the legislature, which was all 9 sections of U.S. government politics together in the PAC.
All right, so the drug decriminalization bill was basically just removing jail time for carrying marijuana and cocaine under 3 ounces, and it replaced jail time with fines.
It's not making drugs legal, but only reducing the consequences for getting caught with them. The United States has the highest incarceration rate in the whole world due to the strict policies our justice system has on drugs. Our prison population has grown over 800% since 1984.
I voted no for that bill, even though my party's affiliation was supposed to say yes to that bill. This bill, by decriminalizing marijuana and cocaine, made people want to kind of influence their decision to, because there is no penalty for this drug, maybe I'll just try it once or twice because I won't get any penalty for this.
There are some of you here today that I know disagree with the decriminalizing the sale part of drugs. What you might not know is the majority of people who sell drugs aren't doing it to get rich or live a kingpin lifestyle. They are mostly in low-income neighborhoods and barely make enough to support themselves or their family. If a person is raised in a neighborhood that's filled with drug addicts and drug dealers, they obviously will automatically be sucked into that lifestyle. These people are just a product of their environment. You may know that young black men are targeted by the police in every community for drug crimes. 3 out of every 4 young black men can expect to spend time in prison sometime in their life. As a young black man in America, it hurts my heart to know today in 2014, there are more black men in prison than there were slaves in the year 1850. Incarceration is the new form of slavery. HB 51 is just the start to the change that we need in our country today. The only thing I need is your support. Thank you.
I voted no because I believed that the bill was looking to legalize the use of marijuana and cocaine, and I just thought that was absurd.
I was just going to point out what a previous representative said, that it's not okay to have a father in jail for 10 years serving a sentence. If your father's on cocaine, you want him to be a role model to you? That's the real problem here, is that if your father's on cocaine, you're more inclined to do cocaine than if your friends are on cocaine.
If anything, we should increase the fines to keep people safe from drugs. Another reason why I'm so against this bill is because I have personal experience. My 27-year-old cousin recently passed away from a drug overdose. If this bill was ever passed, which I hope it isn't, I feel like more and more people will start doing drugs because the penalty isn't as high. I know that my cousin didn't intend on overdosing, but I just wish he could have understood what effects drugs have on people's lives. I would rather him be in jail for a few years than him passing away.
We'll now be moving into voting process. Assistant whips, please collect your votes as fast as possible.
Dear Baltimore, how do you vote?
1 yes, 3 no.
9 yes, 1 no.
1 yes, 4 no.
0 yes, 5 no.
0 yes, 4 no.
0 yes, 6 no.
So with the total vote count being
think this class matters a lot. So, you know, you kids as high school students, you're going to grow up and you're going to be expected to vote frequently, and you're expected to know about political issues that are affecting the United States and even your own community here in Middleton, Wisconsin, or Cross Plains if you're from there. It's really important that you have an understanding about how the political process works, what happens in politics, how those things affect you, because you as individual students, as individual citizens of the United States, will be going to the ballot boxes and making those decisions on who's going to represent you in government and who's going to have the role of making our country's laws, determining which direction we're headed. So it's important that you develop an understanding of how this process works, because if you're going to have that weight on your shoulders, we'd like to make sure you do a good job. Who knows, maybe we've got a future president in our class one day.